You're having conversations, you're showing up, you're providing value. But when it comes time to ask for the business, you freeze and it feels awkward, like you're being pushy or salesy. And I totally get it because I used to avoid it too. I thought if I just showed up and was helpful, people would naturally choose to just hire me. But here's the truth. They're not going to unless you ask them specifically. Now, this episode is going to help you shift your mindset and your language so you can stop overthinking it, start asking with confidence, and turn those conversations into clients. Let's dig in. Are you tired of feeling like you're doing all the things as a real estate agent but still not seeing consistent results? Well, that ends right now. Welcome to the Profitable Real Estate Agent, the show for agents who are ready to stop winging it and start building a profitable and sustainable business. This season, we're going to cut through the noise and focus on exactly what it takes to make $100K as a real estate agent, without the guesswork, without the overwhelm, and without wasting time on things that don't move the needle in your business. I'm pulling back the curtain on the exact framework that took me from my first 100K to 500K to building a 7-figure business. So if you haven't hit 100K yet, or you struggle with inconsistency, don't worry, I've got you covered. It's time to take action. Let's get to work. Let's talk about why asking for the business feels so hard. Sometimes it's the words, maybe we don't know what to say, but sometimes it's the energy behind the words. You're worried you're going to sound desperate or graspy or even pushy. And if we're being honest, you might even question the value you bring, especially if you're a newer agent or don't have a lot of sales yet. That's what makes asking feel uncomfortable, because deep down, you're not fully owning your role as the expert. So here's the mindset shift I want you to hear today as we move through the episode. Asking for the business isn't pushy. It's professional. You're showing them what's possible and offering to guide them through the process. It's not salesy. You're offering a service. The people who close consistently are the ones who confidently invite the clients to take that next step. Think about it. If someone is getting ready to make a major financial decision, i.e. buying or selling a home, what's actually awkward is leaving them to figure it out by themselves. They are hoping that someone will step up and guide them through. That someone is you. Even though most of us know this, asking still feels uncomfortable. So why is that? Because we didn't get our real estate license to sell ourselves. We got in the business to help and serve people. But when helping starts to feel like selling, this is when we freeze and begin to avoid it. You think, if I just show them my value or communicate that to them, they'll know I'm here and they can work with me. But here's the reality of the situation. They are not. They are very busy. They are distracted. They are overloaded with all kinds of things out there. We know them, right? Social media, all the distractions, but they need someone to make the next step clear to them and show them that you are the one to help them with all of their real estate needs. Being helpful is great, but helpful without clarity will leave people confused as to what the next step is. You need to be the bridge between where they are and where they want to be. Hey, a real quick pause before we go deeper. If you're listening right now and thinking, I want a clear plan to finally reach 100K, then check out my signature program. It's my step-by-step framework for real estate agents who are ready to stop winging it and start building real results. Inside, you're going to learn the exact fundamentals to build the foundation to hitting 100K. We're going to cover everything from mastering your buyer and seller consultations to building your database and delivering a 5-star client experience and everything in between. You're going to get access to my scripts, templates, and checklists. Plus, we're going to have coaching, accountability, and support so you never feel alone. Click on the link in the show notes now to join the roadmap to 100K. All right, let's take you back to the episode. And now you're thinking, okay, Vanessa, but I still don't know what to say. I'm still so uncomfortable. And we're going to dig into a lot of that throughout this podcast. But I want to start here because I want to give you some scripts, some little tools that you can implement right now in your business. So here are a few example scripts to help get you started. So the first one is, I would love to support you when you're ready to buy or sell. I want to set up a time and chat about how I can help. Even if you're 6 to 12 months out, I know it might seem a little premature, but planning now is so important. And I can walk you through what that looks like to get you prepared for when you're ready. I'm available Wednesday at 3 or Friday at 4. What works better for you? Okay, quick note before I move on to the second one. Do you see how I did that? That is a clear call to action. I hear so many agents, and I'm totally guilty of this, start out with, when do you want to meet? Or just let me know, I'll check my schedule. This is a big no-no. You control your schedule. So you need to tell them when you're available. Now, can you make an exception because maybe someone works nights or they're pulling 12-hour shifts? Of course, but you set the expectation and the standard on when you're available from the very beginning. Okay, now that I've done my mom talk, I'll stop now. Let's move on to the next one. I've helped other clients in a similar situation, would be honored to do the same for you. Let's go ahead and talk about more what the next steps look like. Again, here you're also going to put that call to action, the times you're available, and give them 2 or 3 options. I would say 2, no more than 2. The next one is, I would love to walk you through what it's like to work with me and the 5-star client experience I provide. Hopefully, when they say 5-star experience, that's their little trigger to ask more questions. And then what it looks like to partner with me. Again, add your CTA. The next and final one I want to give you is, what are your real estate goals this year? I would love to have a conversation because the truth is the average homeowner has a net worth 40 times greater than a renter. Did you know that? Owning real estate isn't just about where you live, it's a wealth building move. So let's set up a time to meet. I'm available, blank or blank. Here's the great news. You don't have to overthink this, but you have to ask clearly and confidently. Because here's what happens when you don't ask. You're not going to stay top of mind. They're going to go work with someone else who did ask, who was clear on the next steps. And I've been there many, many times. And also, you're going to miss the chance to serve someone who genuinely needs your help. So here's your action steps. I want you to write down what you're going to say. Take one of these, rehearse it out loud to your mirror, or if you have a pet, feel free to do it with your pet. And then here's the key, go out and do it. We're not looking for perfection. I think so many of us get caught up there. We're looking for progress. Follow through with a complete statement. Don't worry about what you think they're going to say. Because if you come across with value and contribution to the conversation, I think you're going to surprise yourself on the result. And it's like with anything new, it's going to feel awkward. It's going to feel uncomfortable, but think about anything you've done for the first time, the 10th time, the 100th time, then it starts to sink in and it just feels more natural for you. Because agents who grow their business, they're not the ones who wait to be chosen. They're the ones who confidently show up and invite the client to take the next step. You've got this. I believe in you. Go out there and sell some real estate. Bye for now. Success as a real estate agent comes down to a decision to show up, take action, and stay committed. So don't just listen. Apply what you learned today and put it into motion. If you need help getting started, I want you to grab my free 60 lead gen strategy guide so you can start finding the right lead gen strategies that'll work for you. And if you're a motivated, ambitious agent who's ready to hit 6 figures, join my Roadmap to 100K program. You'll find both links in the show notes. If you found this episode valuable, please share it with a fellow agent and leave me a 5-star rating and review, as it helps more agents just like you find the show. Thank you so much for being here. I'll see you next time on The Profitable Real Estate Agent.